What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more of the hip. And we're back with one of the handful of tunes remaining on the Yer Favourites compilation 2005. Once again, big shout out to Yvonne. And the tune we're going to listen to now is Twist My Arm. As an expression, it's often used to refer to someone putting unavoidable or unmistakable pressure on someone such that they have to deal with the situation. Meaning, figuratively speaking, you can tap on someone's shoulder and the person can continue dealing with something else. They can tolerate or even ignore or dismiss that for a longer period of time. Eventually they might become annoyed and like, yeah, what do you want? Like, stop. But if you grab someone's arm and twist it behind their back, you're forcing the situation. They must acknowledge what's happening right away and they must deal with it. So you're putting intense and unavoidable pressure on someone to influence their behavior or at least force a decision or some sort of feedback. So the idea is that it might be a form of, in the literal sense, like physical, maybe not blackmail, but the idea that you're causing pain and discomfort for someone in an attempt to get them to do a certain action or behavior. So yeah, I wonder what someone might be, what they might have their arm twisted for, or the context of someone having undue pressure put on them. Either way, I expect it to be set within some sort of, cultural or social narrative, even when there's expressions in their songwriting that I've gotten a sense for where it might be going because it's like a common idiom. There still seems to be, cultural, historical, and social layers to explore. So, looking forward to hearing what it is, but that's what I make of the title in advance. This is Twist My Arm by the Tragically Hip, and it's from the 2005 compilation Yer Favourites, though I don't know what release it's originally from. that's one of my favorites. Number one, it's just like if you like rock music, if you like rock and roll, like there's no way that can't get your foot tapping. Like from the very start, it's the kind of tune that's like, man, turn this up. It, like, you know, people mentioned early on, I think David and Yvonne and a couple others were even agreeing with the idea that the idea of listening to the hip at like a campfire, like, you know, where people are around, you know, drinking, having good times, listening to music. This feels like that kind of tune that you could just turn it up and it's like it sets the atmosphere like perfectly. And like Gord's singing on this one. I mentioned he was singing with some venom. He really had some like sass and aggression to his vocal delivery on a lot of the lines. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, another one where his vocals impressed me, but like in a slightly different way than I mean when I usually say that, because often I'm talking about the sort of, you know, odd melodic, like whatever. Because I remember I was like, oh, it's like a vibrato, and it's more like he's kind of like bending the notes and so on. So I don't remember exactly what I called it. I came up with like a phrase that I thought fit it well, which I don't remember. Shout out to the guy outside. But no, honestly, the vocal delivery was fantastic, and it wasn't just that he had a bit of venom to it. There were a couple of like extensions where he'd be going, and then it sounded like the extension would end, but then he'd carry it, and then like end up going up, and he was like still pushing it. It was like there was a moment where it felt like the extension got like a second life, which is, you know, you're already, you know, extending a vocal to the point where you have to have good breath control and so on, and then you push it to a higher level before you've even like pulled it back. So a couple moments in particular where it's like, dang, like, you know, it's not just that it sounds nice, like that can't be easy to do. And then yeah, vocal or lyrically, it sounds like the essence of the chorus or the title phrase is like he's wondering whether to twist his own arm, which is interesting because I'm thinking about the idea of twist your arm or twist someone's arm is to force them into responding to something, making a decision, or putting pressure on them to decide something in a certain way. So to like ask whether you should do that to yourself is already interesting to ask as a rhetorical question. But then the idea that like I'm gonna force myself to have to deal with this, and I'm gonna put myself onto a certain track of responding to it, like it's an interesting like twist to the title phrase that I wasn't thinking about. Now I won't lie, I was, you know, hearing the rocking sonics, and again the guitar very bluesy, you know, just a real sort of like folksy sort of feel to it, even though again very electric. But yeah, I was focusing on the sonics and the vocal delivery, so I didn't hear a lot of the verse lines clearly. So yeah, obviously I'll have to re-listen. I'll look forward to hearing what people have to say. But yeah, the essence of the title phrase seemed to be more self-directed than I thought going into it. So either way, another cool tune. We have like, I think maybe 2 tunes left. Definitely only a very few. There's one I've been waiting for. I haven't heard from David in a while, so I'm hoping he's just busy. Hopefully I'll get to talk to him before I get to that track. But either way, only a couple left, and I'm looking forward to figuring out what the next step is with the hip. Once again, shout out to Yvonne for bringing this to me, and like, you know, bringing this whole other dimension to my channel, and a lot of cool people who've come to interact with the reactions through the hip. So shout out to the Tragically Hip, shout out and RIP to Gord, shout out to Yvonne, shout out to David, shout out to Ryan, shout out to all the people, Todd and others who've joined since I started doing the hip reactions. And shout out to Luca, who, you know, I do these reactions and sometimes like, see, oh wow, see, she just woke up. She knew I was going to say something about her sleeping, and she's like, nope, I'm not going to give you that chance. Do let me know what you think, and Luca, the silly cat, and I will see you next time. Peace.